Welcome back in Istaria. Welcome back in my dragon lair. This is Pryzm and this here is Cardia. Just to let you know, I turned off this little bluish glow around the mouse because I attempted to only use that for the tutorials, and now I'm done with the tutorials and now I go on. I hope you don't mind. I'm sure you will see the cursor often enough. You can play Istaria entirely with only the hotkeys if you want to, but that's going to be a little bit hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard. If you remember, last time we left off after creating Stuart Pratt McRobin. Cardia is already awake because it's a fresh and new day, and yeah, I would say we get started right away. After greeting Stuart Pratt McRobin, you're pretty much released right into the world. You have no clue of what to do because, yeah, there's actually no real guideline ahead of you. You're free to do whatever quest you want. But I would really suggest to do the dragon quests. Is it a craft trainer or adventure trainer? I don't care. Kirian the Wise over here is going to be your next dragon craft trainer, and Garrix in Cayenne will be your next adventure trainer. He is going to teach you the next skills, I think past level 10, but we need to reach that first, so I would suggest to do some quests here in New Trismas, because the level is better fit for us. I'm actually quite proud at the moment that there are almost new legs around. Yeah, there's still the same amount of NPCs around. I'm pretty proud of my new computer. So yeah, I would suggest to do the craft quests first because yeah, some of people might be bored of crafting, but for a young dragon it is important, at least for the beginning. I would suggest to reach a craft level of maybe 45 and then you can stop if you want, because from then on you can ask other players for help. It might be a little bit expensive though, so keep earning money. If you are not interested in the crafting, yeah, that's up to you. But I'm sure you'll need it earlier or later, because if you want to go through adulthood, you will need a higher craft level. You will see then, but we're not quite at that point yet. We could start it with level 15, but I don't really recommend it. If you want to do it alone, you need at least level 60. That might not even be enough. Sure, you can do it with level 15, with a lot of friends' help, because you're gonna die a lot. You might need a healer who's going to constantly resurrect you, like I died at least 20 times during my rite of passage to adulthood, and it was annoying. That's the reason why I hate Selena the Brilliant so much. Picture of her, right there. I hate her. She's my nemesis. She killed me like 20 times in my rite of passage, and my friend Kimberly was spared all the time. She didn't die a single time. If you hear this, Kimberly, I envy you so much. I bet you remember Orup. I bet you do. I bet you do. You remember how I died. We had a dragon with us, and we had a dwarven healer with us. It was pretty fun. The sad thing is, I don't even remember these guy's name. I don't even remember the dragon and the dwarf who helped us through Orup. Maybe those people who remember it, Little Pryzm and Kimberly Crow. Yeah, reach out to me. I would really like to thank you. Even after all this time, I'm so thankful to you that you helped us. Because Selena the Brilliant was back then a little bit tougher, I think. She was capable of killing ancients, even Luna's ancients, tanks, and they didn't have an easy time with her. Back then, I think literally everything was a little bit stronger. So thank you guys. I've been babbling way too much, so let's get started with Kirian the Wise. She's going to be our next craft trainer. Avrizel, Cardia. What, really? You don't know that word? Hatchlings. It means hello in this common tongue. Now, as you can see, I'm very, very busy. I have at least 15 orders of scales and another 20 of claws. I don't have time to chit-chat, unless, of course, you're here to lend a claw. Then I may consider helping you in return. So, this is our next quest. Karen has a class full of dealing with all of new crafters today, trying to learn from her and needs some assistance creating the actual weapons and armor that dragons in New Christmas need. Greetings, hatchling. What do you need? Claws, scales, spells? Ha! I wish I had them too, young one. Look, with all of the younglings like you coming to me looking for assistance in learning craft, I've had almost no time to produce the actual supplies we need. I can't take on any more apprentices, at least not until they learn to make their own gear. Unless that is you actually want to get your claws dirty and help me put together some gear. Good. It seems you'll come in more of use than the other lounging alums around this town. All of them have it in their head that just their bare claws will win this war. Let me tell you, hatchling, you won't make it a tail's length into the true battlefields of this world with nothing but your bare claws and uncovered scales. Let's test your skills. Take this formula for beginner strength chest scales. Go out and make me 3 sandstone chest scales. You should know how to by now, unless you decided to make off-down skullcar without talking to anyone first. The sandstone on this island is on the far southern tip. Follow the path south of this ruined heap and keep running along it until you hit some spider nests and the lake. So, basically this direction. If you remember that you have a compass up here. Yep. But we've been checking out quests now. It updated using your new formula. Let's just scribe it right away. Scribe beginner chest scale. That's in our knowledge now. But I would suggest before going off and starting to craft and learn, we should upgrade our cargo or capacity a little bit more because our inventory is not really that big. You can have a little floating disc with you that is going to carry some things for you, like sandstone, for example, and that little pet that Pryzm is having called Vessel. That's actually a wyvern, a little companion that's going to have you fight, but you can also have little pets that are carrying some stuff for you. Fire orchid. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to get this disc. Some things changed when New Christmas was attacked. Some NPCs moved and everything. Let's just go ahead and take that quest where we have to get... I hope I'm heading the right direction. I really hope. I think the quest was from... let me get his name. Jeff. How lovely all of this is decorated here. It takes a little bit of time to load arriving the first time, but it's really lovely decorated. These little statues are adorable. Someone really put a lot of work into this, and I really appreciate the work you're doing here, my friend. I'm not going to call you out by name, because I think that you did it. I'm not sure, but I think that you did it. So, Jeff, cargo disc. Hello, would you like to buy or sell something? Trade with me and I'll show you what I have for sale. Or make me an offer and I'll add what I'm willing to pay you the trade. If you'd like more specific introductions, perhaps I can help. So Jeff is a pawnbroker. You can basically sell everything in your inventory to him. Well, not everything, but a lot of stuff. But I'm going to show you how to trade later. For now, let's just focus on our cargo disc, because I need it to craft. It's a must-have if you want to be a good crafter, or craft at all and do a little bit bigger loads. You need cargo discs, because they carry a lot of stuff for you. Jeff the pawnbroker feels you need to learn the basics about cargo discs. Hail, Gifted! It's good to see one such as you enjoying the trade skills. They're useful, aye they are. But there is an item that is very useful to any that will be doing work out in the wild with the resources. What is it? Why a cargo disc, my friend? A cargo disc is what you might consider to be a personal storage device. You drag it around, load it with resources, and haul it back to town or shop or whatever. With a cargo disc, and there are many varieties of them, you can haul much more than you normally might. See, it's useful. Now there are 3 main types of cargo discs: normal, standish, and tarbush. There are other types around, you may even see them, but they tend to be based off these 3. In addition, there's standard and deluxe models of each cargo disc type. That, for example, is a Helian Dragon cargo disc. And that is one with a fish, I don't know, but it's a cargo disc still. And these little things float behind you and you carry them around with you. What is the difference? Simple. The amount in bulk or stack you can haul, the speed at which you can drag it, and whether or not you can take one through a teleport gate or recall with it. Yep. Most of the cargo discs prevent you from recalling. That means you have to walk all the distance, so be aware of it. And some won't even allow you to go through a teleportation device, like a portal. Tarbush cargo discs are very useful if you need a lot of single type of resource, and you can even take it through a teleport gate. But the downside is that they are... I'm tired, sorry. They are very difficult to move and slow you down greatly. Standish cargo discs hold many stacks with less bulk than tarbush and also prevent you from using a teleport gate or recalling, but they are not nearly as hard to drag around. Finally, the normal cargo disc holds more stacks with less bulk than a standish, with less impact on your speed, but it still prevents you from teleporting or recalling. I hope that clears it up a bit for you. You know, I think I have a spare around here somewhere that I can loan you if you like. Yes, he's actually not going to loan it to you, he's going to gift it to you. You will never have to give it back. He won't recognize it anyway. Perhaps you will do me a favor first? Excellent! Simply run down these caramelized wolf ears to Elena the Gatherer. You'll find her to the west through the cedar forest at the logging camp. So... we got these yummy caramelized wolf ears. Fresh warm wolf ears dipped in hot caramel sauce. Bah. Yummy for a dragon. Yummy for a Ceres, which she is. So, as I remember, the logging camp was somewhere down there. Let's check it out. Past the small brown wolves. Oh gosh. My spelling today is really off track. I hope you don't mind. But someone said to me that he actually likes my voice. And I really enjoyed it because he invited me to voice act for his videos. And I didn't say no. I'm not going to tell you which videos they are. But I can tell you it's about Minecraft, and you might see me in maybe 3 or 4 weeks hear my voice in one of his videos, in shorts maybe even in one of his longer videos. I'm not quite sure about that, because so far I'm really terrible at voice acting. Just to let you know that you might hear my voice somewhere now and then from now on in Minecraft videos. Anyway, let's meet Elena. Hello, Cardia. What a fine day it is, wouldn't you agree? Except for these trends that keep coming close to me while I'm trying to cut these logs. What have you there? Caramelized wolf ears from Duff? Oh, how wonderful. Thank you, Cardia. So, that should have updated our quest. Not this one. Here. Return to Jeff, the pawnbroker in New Christmas. That's what we're going to do. Elena doesn't have any quest for you, so she's not really interesting for us. Let's just head back into town. We could recall, but I'm not quite sure if we've tried to bind ourselves to the New Christmas shrine yet. We could try it, actually. Yeah, we could try. I'm not sure where we're going to land. We'll see it right away. If we go back to Skullcar, because we forgot to bind ourselves to the shrine. Or if we're going to land in New Christmas. As I said one time ago, the recall button is your one-way ticket back into town, whether you are dead or alive. let me speed this up a little bit. Sancelia Windwalker! Casual heroes. So, she's not a beginner. She is someone who has been playing Istaria for a longer time, because Casual Heroes is not that of... It's not a really small guild. I think. Well, I've seen some of them around. If you wonder, my guild, Ethereal Thunder, it's not that big, but we are one family. Actually, our leader, whose name I can't spell, I just keep telling or saying Eikates. Eikates in German. Maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. She'll hit me right and left in my face with her fist for pronouncing it wrong. No, just a joke. She's the best guild leader of all times. She's even managed to get us our very own t-shirts. They're being printed right now, and I'm really excited to get mine. They're even having the guild status right printed on them, like moderator or guild mistress. I can't wait to get them. I need to have them. Did I tell you I do have a mug from Ethereal Thunder as well? The mug does really look great. I'm really proud of it. Didn't I just say I wanted to speed up the video? Yeah, I did. I didn't do it, but I did say to speed up. Now you had to hear me talk the whole way. Well, welcome in this area where you have to walk long distances sometimes. Because you forget to bind to a new shrine. Yeah, you can bind your soul. Oh, stop the lagging. I teleported into a new area, now it starts to lag. Let the things load. So, if you arrive somewhere where you want to stay for a while, it's a good idea to bind your soul to the newest shrine, which would be this one, New Christmas Shrine. Just right click on it and click on Bind to New Christmas Shrine. And now, if we recall, we should appear at the New Christmas Shrine, right at the point where you bound yourself. So it basically means if you bind yourself at this point, you're going to appear at this point. If you bind yourself here, up here, on this thing, you're going to appear here, right here, at this point where you bound yourself. I just tend to stand straight next to the shrine and bind myself. You're now bound to the Christmas Shrine. Anyway, let's go back to Jeff. He's been waiting long enough for our return. Ba-ba-ba. I don't know how to bridge these times. Sometimes I just... Yeah, I can't talk all the time. That's a burden of a YouTuber. You get to talk into the microphone all the time. I don't know how people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Mr. Fudge Monkeys are doing that. Yeah, Mr. Fudge Monkeys is doing not only videos, he's doing Let's Plays. And he's really good at talking. Thank you, Cardia, for delivering those snacks. Elena is a dear friend, and I know her nerves get rattled with those trends so close. She's not a fighter, you know. Well, you did me a favor, so I will return it. As promised, here is a cargo disc for your very own. He said loan, and now he's gonna gift it to me. Well, I'm not gonna complain. This one is old, so it's not quite a good one. The gift it might make nowadays, but it will serve in a pitch. Take care, Cardia. You can have a better cargo disc at level 20, I believe. But for now, this one will do just fine. I'm just gonna show you a little trick. Like we've edited these things here in the loot button and stuff. I'm going to edit a new button, which I'm going to use to equip and unequip my cargo disc. Right click on it, edit hotkey. Equip item. So that's going to be the cargo disc. I'm just gonna drag and drop it in here. Equip item. Yeah, the tooltip is okay. The picture as well, and I'm going to click on save. If I hit this button, it's going to be equipped. Now, this is my very own cargo disc, and it's going to follow me. Actually, not really slowing me down. let's have a look at it. Open your equipment window. Double click it. This is the inventory of the cargo disc. Now you can put in here your stuff. So it does have a capacity of 1500 and an item stack capacity of 3. So you can put 3 different items in it with a bulk of 1500 altogether. I'm gonna make this smaller because I'm a crafter by heart. I will need this window very often. I'm just gonna adjust it to my needings because I don't like this stuff being too bold and too dark. I'm just gonna lock it in place right there and hit OK. Now, if we want to unequip it, we could go the hard way here. Right click, unequip, or make another button to especially do this. Or I think there is... no, there is no special button to unequip it. Anyway, now we have our very first draggable inventory and we can haul a bit more than usual. So yeah, that's quite a good start off. I do have way too much items in my inventory. Let's hoard a little bit of things that we don't need. These resources, you don't really need them right now. And if you need new ones, you can gather them right away. Now, I wouldn't destroy stuff like this because that's stuff merchants and trophy hunters are going to buy, like this one, and I'm not really sure if this is going to be needed anywhere, but the trading system and the crafting system in Istaria are a little bit bigger. We'll get to it closer soon. If you don't know anything about it, you can learn it yourself by hitting these question mark buttons or just ask in the marketplace. I'm sure they will help you right away. Who is going to buy what and stuff. But I'm not going over this with you right now. Now to the pet. The pet is another deal of inventory. No wait. Let's just edit this other button to unequip it. Because it annoys me to do this over and over. Open and close the inventory, equip it, unequip it. It's a little bit annoying for me, so I have special buttons. I just need to remember this is equip and this is unequip. It's just going to be floating back into your inventory right away if you, do this. So I'm looking for the one who is going to give me the pet. I think this quest is in here. A pet is similar to a cargo disc, an inventory walking around with you. I think this guy is going to give us a quest. Yeah, Frelic's pets. I can't believe these attacks. They burned so much of our city in the first wave. My collection of refurbished gear was nearly wiped out, but I have some individual pieces I would be willing to sell to you. So, Frelic the Quartermaster is happy to assist the newly gifted who arrive on the island of Nutrismus. One of the ways he helps is by providing them with a pet to keep them company as they learn their way around their new home. So, Cardia, word around town is that you're accumulating a good bit of gear and supplies. Really? Already? Many of those in trades such as blacksmithing, skill crafting, outfitting, adventuring, often have a gear in need of a great need of additional storage. Vaults from the Bank of Istaria. Vaults from the Bank of Istaria are a good start, but you can't really take those with you now, can you? Many of the gifted often use a gnomish called a cargo disc. Don't mind me. Oh, you've heard of them, have you? Yep, I already have one. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm fresh out. Sold my last one an hour ago to a large scarred fellow with a nasty scowl. Saw him heading back towards the walls. I did. You could catch him if you hurry. No? Well, no matter. From time to time, my customers do not desire a cargo disc, but instead ask about having a pet. Fresh of fluffy bunnies and screeching hogs and cute demons from the outer realms, but I do have a nice supply of wolves, beetles, end of this. Are you interested? I want a demon from the other realm. Well then, seeing how you're earning quite a reputation, I could be persuaded to part with one of partition nothing. One for Don't mind me for practically nothing. Don't let it be said that Frolic ignores the needs of his customers. Here, take this food and deliver it to the petting zoo outside of town. Some pets are useful for the crafting trades, while others more for the adventuring types. Tell Irvana that you can have your pick of the lot. Best of luck, Cardia. So, we have this tree. No, we don't have the tree. We have this basket full of food for the zoo. And we're going to head with that to Irvana, and she's going to give us our first pet. As you saw, this quest is daily, so you can get additional pets that look different if you want to. But one pet is for me enough at the moment, because there are better pets that you can get later on. It's right through here, I believe. Turn left, past Ranger Eldon. He's also having quests. Great. An opportunity to get more experience. There's a big butt. So, Ivana the zookeeper. Well now, what brings you to my little corner of the island? Frolic sent you to acquire a new pet, did he now? Seeing as how you brought some food for them, and he does pay me a good coin to manage this small zoo, I'll let you pick from the lot. Which one of them tickles your fancy, Cardia? No, it's not explained how you get it. I'm just gonna show you. There are foxes that look like wolves. There are spiders that don't stay inside their thing. You can have little beetles. Then there are grooks and sticks. I think I'm gonna go with the spider or the beetle, because if you pick a fox that looks like a wolf, I just like how they took the wolf model and turned it into a fox. They should work on this, but it looks interesting. If you pick a wolf or fox in this case, it's going to run after you and constantly howl into your ear the second you stop. Like, ow, ow, ow. Oh, it's annoying. They should change that, like, maybe once a minute. I'm going to pick the spider. It will match me. Oh, look, casual heroes. It looks... She might be double logging, because I never see them move together. She might be double logging. I'm not sure, but I can do it as well. Now, if you want a pet, you have to open the trade with her. Just greet her. No, trade with her, sorry. Just click on trade, and the trade window opens. Now, if you want a pet from her, you will have to trade in this little Frelic's pet token that you have in your inventory. Just drag and drop it into these items giving, and the price is 2 silver, and that means you can get one of these little pets here. They're tamed Ablo sticks, tamed brown crawlers, tamed brown snows, foxes, loricatus beetles, and they're also fighting foxes. They have fighting abilities. They don't have an inventory, but they give you a boost of like plus 50 health and plus 25 armor. I might do the daily quest tomorrow again and get one of these fighting things. They're not actually fighting, but they're boosting your attributes a little bit. I need one with inventory, like... I want a brown crawler, that's a spider. Max bulk 2000 and max item 2. Yep, that's what I want. Just one of them. And then if you're done here, click on approve. The trade is done. Thank you for your patronage. You can close the trade, and you have this weird little thing in your inventory. Now you can right-click on it and equip it. It should appear in a few seconds, just let it load. Maybe run around a little bit with it. Oh gosh, I forgot I have this stupid mod on that turns all my pets into these gigantic beetles. Forgive me. Forgive me, my silliness. I'll be back with it, the mod destroyed or taken off. Give me 1 second, please. 1 second, please. There, I managed to fix it. It was not an actual mod that I had on, but it was actually more like of a bug. It just took the model of Fire Orange Hit's pet over here, snack for later, and put it onto my pet. Now I have this little spider. I can as well make a button for them, but I intend on keeping this little pet on. Now we can go ahead and customize it, like give it a real name. Instead of Cardias pet, what am I going to name it? Numb your toe? No, that's just like everyone in Istaria is giving their pet a stupid name and I can't come up with one. I just immediately think about names like Scissor. I'm just going to name it Scissor. Anyway, if other players click on your pet and want to read the inscription, they will be able to read this. A message etched onto the item. This can only be done once. Remember, it can only be done once. So if you're finished, you can't redo it. I don't know why it's unfortunate, but yeah, you can't do it again. Yeah, Sizzle. No, I'm just not coming up with something good. I want to name it Sizzle just like that. And hit OK. Now, unequip it and equip it again. And the name reappears. Now, the same with the cargo disc. Just double click on it and the inventory of your little pet opens up. Let me customize that pretty quick. Now you have two little extra inventories. You have an extra pet slot on the right and an extra cargo disc slot on the left. So you can have both equipped, and that's pretty useful. When this update came out, like everyone was immediately buying themselves a pet. I'm gonna buy myself a big beetle later because these ones are carrying the most. But the trader for that is in, I think, Pryzm, and Pryzm is quite the mile to go. Let me show you on the map. New Trismus is an island for itself. So this is Istaria map. If we reach the mainland for the first time, we're going to land here in Cayenne, this little desert city. Inhabitants are Ceres people, these catfolk. And yeah, we're going to land here. This is also where we're going to meet Garrix, our first adventure trainer. Well, a Variatus down there is going to be our adventure trainer as well, but he doesn't really care for us. We just ran right past him. We're, yeah, way better than that. Anyway, Garrix is going to train us. If we reach level 10, we could basically go to him, but I intend to do all the quests here on New Trismus. I hope I get some friends to do the Deadlands, because they can be quite tricky if you're alone. And you have to level a little bit more to do that. Anyway, I've been talking way too much, but we have our cargo disc and our little pet here, and we could go ahead and do the crafting quest right away now. I want to do at least that before I have to finish this video. Otherwise, we haven't been really doing anything right now. Now I use the sprint. Ugh. This is going to be a long video, but I've been doing nothing else but talk. For like 25 minutes or longer, I don't know. So, the stone quarry is right behind here, right behind the flax plants. Sandstone exposures. Sorry, my native language is German. I don't know how to pronounce some words, and I hope you forgive me for that. Let's just write re-equip or disc. And start gathering. I hope you still remember how to do that. Because I'm not going to explain you every single time I do something. Some standards here. Anyway, you see, our refurbished sandstone disc is filling up. If this name is too long for you, you can also customize disc. So, yeah, you write it with K. I was about to write it with C. That would be another disc. You just can put down a disc here. And the name has appeared. Disc and Sizzle. You can just name it Pet so you know it, but I know Sizzle is my pet. Now, 114... that would never ever fit into our inventory. You see, we're carrying more than we could fit into our inventory already. Here is more sandstone. I already, I forgot the word. I'm pretty stupid. Let me go to Google Translator really quick. What does it mean in German? I'm super stupid. Super stupid. Super stupid. Oh! I forget the easiest words. And I'm really sorry about that. I recommend you to fill up your disc and your pet all the time. And your inventory. If you're starting to craft, make a full load. Because that's going to be experience that you need. You will need it. If you want to be a good crafter, grinding is what you have to do sometimes. Sure, there are quests, but Istaria is a game where you're not going to get around grinding sometimes. Grinding in craft can actually be quite fun for me. That's why I love craft so much. It's easier than leveling up adventure. If you're a crafter by heart, you can just stand at one of these exposures, hit the gather button, and start a video on Netflix or YouTube. And just lean back and chill. Now that's the way I do it sometimes, but I'm not going to start some videos in the background right now. I'm just gonna keep talking or speed it up when I have to. Well, actually I wasn't trying to do this real time, this whole let's play. So you might get bored sometimes if I just stand around and gather. I might be speeding it up sometimes, but only sometimes. So you see our inventory is almost full. Sizzle is full, the disc is full. That would be one full load of more than we could carry. Well, my inventory is full on 99 already. And there are 200 in Sizzle and 150 in a disc. Wow! The pad can actually carry more than the disc. But it's a nice addition. Now, here is... I've been forgetting to tell you. We want to make... sandstone strength chest scales. Open your knowledge, because we scribed it already. Sandstone strength chest scales are made of sandstone bricks. And I'm really stupid. I forget to tell you. Now we have to make sandstone bricks first. Sandstone stoneworking ability, that's activated with this button if you remember it. And the machine we require is the stone cutter. You can search it on the map with... yeah, you remember the search option. I hope I explained that last time. I actually forgot what I explained you in the last video. But if you're searching a machine or NPC, just hit on this little search button and enter the name of whatever you're searching. Like stonecutter, but I already know where the stonecutter is around here. So we don't need that at least. Let me take this off the lens. This machine here is a biped stonecutter. You've only seen a dragon stonecutter so far, but this is a machine built by bipeds. Let's have a close look at it. They actually did an animation on it, which it's cute. Yeah, old graphics, but still cute. They're still trying to upgrade to Unreal Engine. I've heard rumors lately that it might be closer than we think. But yeah, only rumors made by players. So you know how it is with rumors made by players. Upgrading this whole thing to Unreal Engine is a really big task. And it will take its time for sure. So we're standing close to the machine that we need. I want to make 89 batches. That's a max I can make. And craft these things. Oh, look, the amount of experience I got there. Now I have to make 3 scales. I hope what I just made is enough to craft these 3 scales. Because my skill in doing so is still very bad. The efficiency is only halfway. But I think I'm good to go. Now we need a dragon scale forge. You can make scales either at the scale forge or at an anvil. But there's no anvil close. And as you see, if we try to recall, we still have our disc equipped. And this disc is sadly preventing us from recalling, so it won't work. Something is preventing you from recalling. Either equipment or a monster buff is preventing you from recalling. Yes, there is a nasty monster buff called Soul Anchor, which is preventing you from recalling, and it's so annoying. You have to sit around and wait until it wears off. It's also, sometimes recalling is your last rope back to life. If you're so close to die and you want to recall to save yourself, because you can't fly away or something like that. And then you just have the soul anchor on you. That's so annoying. You will die. So we have to head back to our trainer. If we want... don't fall into that hole. I did once. I did not come out. It did not go out well. Don't fall into holes. And don't back yourself into stuff like I do. Don't. It's killing you. There should be a dragon scale forge around here. No, that's a stone shaper. I don't think that's going to be the machine that we need. Stone cutter, scale forge, that thing with a fire in the middle. There's also an anvil up in the village, but I'm here already, so I'm going to use this one. So we can make 5 scales with the scales now. If I hit the auto deconstruct button, it will automatically deconstruct the scales I just made. That's a really good way to level up, but it will also destroy the scales and you will get back some resources, but not all of them. Especially since you're, I think it's a transmutation skill you're using to deconstruct stuff. Let me check that really quick. Skills, craft, or salvaging. It's deconstructing items to reclaim resources used to make the item optimally. Yeah. It's not really high currently, so deconstructing scales will not give you back so much resources. But it's a good way to level up later, making sandstone strength chest scales, and that's what I'm going to do later if I want to level up my level to 10. If it's not going to be done by the quests already. So I'm gonna uncheck this, make 3 scales. Oh sheesh, I hope it... No, it made only 2 scales because I had a level up during the process again. If you remember, you stop crafting items if you have a level up in the process. So it does only craft the amount of items you need to level up. In this case it was 2 scales. So I need to make another scale to have the required 3 ones that Carrion wants me to do. And now I can make the other 2 scales with auto deconstruct to gain more experience. Now, since my salvaging skill is very low, I didn't really get back enough of the sandstone bricks to make another another scale. That's very unfortunate, but I'm going to get better anyway, so yeah. That's that explained with the deconstructing. You can make the same if you're a biped, by the way. Deconstruct tools and stuff. You sadly can't deconstruct everything, but a lot of stuff, like scales and tools. I don't know what else. Have I turned off the gliding? I don't know. Let me check quickly. Or was that just a normal bridge that you can glide over? Oof. No. Set a flare glide when you're falling. I have that activated, so sometimes it's a little bit buggy, sometimes not. I would not rely if you fall down somewhere if that you start gliding. You need to have enough speed. It's like in a flight school. Run, little hatchling, run! Get the speed that you need to fly. So, Carrion the Wise, stop hissing at me. Welcome back, hatchling. I see you've brought the chest scale I asked for with you. Let me take these off you. Good. It looks like you know your way around working with sandstone. Keep one of these scales for yourself. It'll come in more useful than in that tiny practice one you're wearing. As you go and get more experience in battle, you'll learn how to wear more scales than just one on your chest. For now, though, that's what you're dealing with. Now, let's test your mermaid with something a little more complicated, shall we? That means she's got a new quest for us. Dragoncrafter 2, learning the ropes. So that's going to be our next crafting quest, but I'm afraid we're already, I think I taught you a lot today, and I think this was taking a lot of time as well. So this is going to be a pretty short journal entry of Cardia, sadly, having done only one quest. But now you know a lot of stuff, well, not a lot of stuff, but you know a little bit more about pets and cargo discs, and that's already a lot if you want to do crafting later. So, since that is explained now, we're free to go for some more quests in the next Let's Play. And I hope you enjoyed it. Having said that, till next time. I think we're gonna lay Cardia to rest somewhere near these archer points. And let's see if she's gonna wake up with some arrows in her butt tomorrow. Good night. Till next time.
Underneath our thumbs, let freedom vibrate now.